Hey kids, it's Dad. Congratulations, you win. Today we are looking at This is the Zodiac speaking for the Nintendo Switch to try to determine if it is worth the $1.99 that it is presently on sale for. It is regularly $12.99. This sale is good through 10/24 of 24. So, yes, discover the facts and evidence-based story of America's most famous never-caught serial killer. This is The Zodiac Speaking is a fact-based, single-player psychological thriller based on the story of Zodiac, one of the most famous never-caught serial killers. It mixes vintage 70s California visuals and an original epic cinematic soundtrack with gameplay elements that includes classic horror investigation, stealth mechanics, and multiple endings to discover. I bet none of them actually catch the Zodiac Killer because, of course, he is still not caught. Originally released October 15th, 2020, single system adventure other from Clabatter. It is rated M for mature, so yes, this is mature. Smoking, drinking, I'm assuming sex, and of course violence because we are dealing with a serial killer. Supports all three play modes. It is 4.7 gigs. English, French, German, Russian, and Spanish is the language that you have to speak. So let's dive into this review. So we are looking at this game right now, and what I can honestly tell you, graphically, it's not the highest definition graphics wise. This is no PS5 or Xbox Series X style game. Of course not. It's running on the Switch. It is stylized, but I do like the stylized nature of it. Ooh, excuse me. I'm a little verklempt still from my daughter's wedding this last weekend. We're picking up a pocket knife and trying to figure it out. This is very much where you start the game. No instructions, no guide. It's just, here you go. Figure out who the Zodiac Killer is. You're not going to do it, but that's okay. But yeah, graphically, I do like the presentation, even though it is a little low res. But that's okay. It fits the 70s time frame. I almost wish that they had put a TV filter over it, but that's not the case at all. So graphically, I am going to give this game a 17. It gets the job done. Done. There aren't too many frame skips. The presentation is good. It's clear. You can figure out what you're supposed to be doing. So, yeah, it suits the game and the style perfectly. Sound-wise, you know what? Sound does get the job done. It's not offensive. It's really kind of one of those. You get some excellent voiceovers and recordings here on the tape machine. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, long before voicemail, we actually had a little machine that sat next to our rotary dial telephones that recorded conversations for when people called us and we didn't want to do it. Pick up the phone and stuff. So sound, even though it's a lot, especially at the current sales price or even the bargain price of $12.99, sound does get a 15. It could be better. It's just, it gets the job done. We're sitting at a score of 32 right now. Controls for this bad boy. Yeah, they're a little loose, a little fiddly when you try to, turn on the TV or pick up items and examine them. But they too work well. This is a first person. You do feel like you are actually controlling it. The only problem happens to be is the hitboxes on looking at stuff. God, why is my face ripped off? I mean, that's my press pass. There must be a reason for that. I will discover why. But yeah, the controls are just a little bit finicky. And when you're solving some of the puzzles, it doesn't always make sense. But they do get the job done really well. I'm giving controls a 16. We're sitting at a total of 48 right now. Now we look at the gameplay. This is very much like a point and click where you have to piece together what you're doing. Everything makes logical sense. And there are elements to this game later on that are scary. If you didn't notice at the very beginning of this video, it gave me the option to play just the story mode, so easy mode, no life and death consequences, or the version I am playing, which has life or death consequences. You can die in this game. And that, of course, makes sense. You are actually playing as one of the survivors of the Zodiac killer. So that's really, there are two different ways to experience it. That's good. You are going through. This is mostly, using air quotes there, mostly based on historical evidence and facts.
Monica.
Why does my girlfriend have no eyes? That is a question. And another tape recording. Haha. Yes, that is what iPhones used to look like when all they could do was play cassette tapes. But yeah, I do enjoy the gameplay here. There is a good story being told. So yeah, gameplay is getting a 17. We are sitting at a total of 65 right now. Now, overall value. I'm not quite sure what the total time to beat this is, but at $1.99, really tough to compete with that. If you are kind of into those true crime podcasts or YouTube channels, this is enjoyable, and I would actually highly recommend. Now that we're on to YouTube, check out the Casual Criminalist. It's great.
Sure, I've seen it.
No affiliation with Simon or anything along those lines. I just happen to love that. And then also Call Me Chris has some great in-depth analysis of real-life crime as well. This game, and it is a game, filled with puzzles, will keep you occupied if that type of stuff interests you. It's a niche group, mind you, but it is actually enjoyable. I am giving value a 16, grand total of 81. I know you haven't seen anything too spoopy here, but understand the game is actually kind of spoopy. And the knowledge that, yeah, there's this guy out there, committed a bunch of murders in California, taunted the police. And he got away. Nobody knows who this guy is. Nobody has been able to decipher all of his cryptograms and stuff. It's amazing that this guy got away with it. I'm assuming he's dead now, but who knows? But yeah, it is a fantastic opportunity to explore a very real part of American history through interactive fiction. And that is a fantastic experience. Yes, this game gets an 81, a solid B-. Go forth, have yourself a great one, and enjoy. Bye-bye.